What if Goku didn't become a Super Saiyan out of rage, but out of grief? The grief of killing his only family, Grandpa Gohan. Things would roll entirely in a different manner when Goku's power is born from guilt he cannot punch his way out of. Goku's fighting in the 25th Tenkaichi Budokai, facing off against a spirit in the ring. That has become his usual job now, but as they exchange a few blows, Goku realizes that the moves are way too familiar. For him, it was like he was fighting his own reflection. As he started talking to him, he realized that his opponent is his Grandpa Gohan, the one who raised, clothed, trained him. Out of. As his emotions get the best of him, he starts seeing a few flashbacks. Goku stumbles back, the pieces falling into place. The memories flood in, moonlight, a terrifying roar, and his own massive hands. He killed his grandpa, his only family. In that moment of realization, Goku transforms. His hair spikes, his aura flares, the yellow light appears, and his Super Saiyan power is born. The transformation is so intense that time almost seems to stop. The crowd gasps in awe and fear. Piccolo, stunned, takes a step back. Goku completely stops fighting. He can't figure out the surge of power he's feeling over his grief. He is no longer thinking about the tournament. His mind is consumed with memories of how he killed him. The tournament officials, particularly Baba, are thrown into chaos. They've never seen anything like this before. Baba tries to intervene, using her magic to calm things down, but even her powers seem to have no effect on Goku's raging aura. The once organized tournament is now in disarray. In a burst of raw emotion, Goku throws off Baba's magic like it's nothing. He turns, bolts out of the arena, and screams in pain as he disappears into the night. Kami's sipping his tea, minding his own business, when he feels that energy spike. He nearly chokes on his tea when he sees Goku running towards him. This kid, this sweet, naive, goofy kid, wasn't supposed to hit this level yet. There was a plan. Kami's plan. Gradual power scaling. Teach him responsibility. But apparently none of that is happening now. Instead, Goku's just gone full nuclear without a single warning. Goku can't control it. This isn't Namek Goku, calm, collected, and with that zen-like Super Saiyan glow. Nope. This is a raw, feral, grieving mess of a Goku. He doesn't even want this power. Hell, he's terrified of it. Every time he taps into it, it's like someone's grabbing his insides and twisting them with guilt. Guilt. That's the fuel here. And now the Z-Fighters are seeing what happens when a broken heart is combined with God-tier energy. Kami, in his infinite wisdom, decides to train the kid. He knows if Goku doesn't get back on track, he's a ticking bomb. He pairs Goku up with Krillin, his oldest, most dependable friend, the guy who's always been the grounding force. They're supposed to spar, work off some of that energy, get Goku to breathe, for heaven's sake, breathe. But, as is tradition in this universe, things go terribly wrong immediately. Just for a split second, Goku loses control. It's enough. One poorly timed punch and block, and Krillin ends up on the ground, bruised but not waking up. He's not dead. He's not maimed, but he's hurt. Goku freezes, staring at his friend in horror. He doesn't hear Krillin's goofy laugh. He doesn't see the half-hearted grin trying to mask the pain. All he sees is Grandpa Gohan all over again. The guilt doubles, triples. Kami, who's been watching this all unfold with increasing panic, knows there's no going back now. Training is done. He shuts it down immediately. There's no way they can risk Goku losing control mid-fight and vaporizing a continent, or worse, a friend. Goku's a walking nuclear bomb now. A kid who used to be the goofy, cheerful one is now a living nuke, and no one wants to accidentally step on that. Goku, out of fear, retreats. He isolates himself. He's scared of his own hands, the hands that hurt the people he loves without even meaning to. He no longer wants to test his powers and limits. He doesn't want to be around his friends. The guilt consumes him further. Fast forward now. Goku has become way too strong, but he is no hero. He has become the kind of guy who avoids family barbecues because they're afraid they'll accidentally blow up the grill with a stray ki blast. But he didn't fully let go of his friends either. He married Chi-Chi, but Goku keeps his distance. He's too afraid to hurt the people around him with his uncontrollable power. He wants to love her, to be there for her, but he doesn't. His mind is consumed by the possibility that he'll end up hurting her, or worse, killing her. He loves her, but he's terrified of what his strength might do to her. Kami said or did nothing. He is okay with him distancing himself for the safety of people. Even when Raditz arrives, he doesn't want to help him. He's okay with not knowing about his origins as long as that means he's not using his Saiyan's powers. But when he kidnaps Gohan, his emotions start to get the best of him again. He obliterates Raditz in seconds, one punch, and it's over. But Goku feels ashamed. Ashamed of how easy it was. Ashamed of how brutal he's become when he taps into the power he's terrified of. This isn't the Goku who used to throw punches with a smile. This is a Goku who's afraid of the power surging through his veins. And if there's something wrong with the region he came from, he needs to look for answers before the same thing happens to Gohan. Before he can process much more, the real trouble arrives. Vegeta and Nappa, having picked up on Raditz's distress signal, arrive earlier than expected, and they're not here for a nice chat or to make some long-winded villain monologue. They sense something's off with Goku, and Vegeta knows exactly what it is. This isn't your average Saiyan transformation. Goku didn't get his power through battle or training. Oh no, he got it through loss. That makes him dangerous, unpredictable, maybe even more dangerous than Vegeta himself. And that's a problem. Now Goku's in a bind. He refuses to use the Super Saiyan form unless absolutely necessary. Every time that golden light flares up, it's like reliving the guilt all over again. But Vegeta, he's not one to leave a good psychological wound alone. Mid-fight, he starts digging. He starts needling Goku, talking about Gohan, talking about how Saiyans are supposed to embrace destruction, to fight with joy and rage in their hearts. The more he mocks Goku's pain, the more unstable Goku becomes. His grip on control starts to slip. The battlefield turns into a mess. Nappa's towering over Tien, ready to end it. But then Goku steps in with that golden light. Goku becomes the thing he's been running from. His hair glows, the air bends around him. The ground beneath his feet gives up trying to hold together. Goku doesn't scream in pain or rage. He starts to accept that he needs to tap in the power to save him and his loved ones. Nappa never stood a chance, but Goku doesn't kill him, doesn't even look like he wants to. He's detached, like he's too numb to feel anything about it. Earth is a mess. Tien's down, Yamcha's down. Chiaotzu gone and the Dragon Balls are spent. Earth can't bring anyone back. Kami's shaken popos out of ideas. That's when they learn about Namek from Piccolo. The Namekians have their own Dragon Balls. Maybe they can undo some of the damage, but Goku agrees for a different reason. Sure, reviving friends is part of it, but deep down, he sees a chance to meet beings who made the Dragon Ball's beings closer to the source of life. Energy, maybe even answers. If anyone knows what he's become, it's them. So Namek still happens. Frieza, of course, is already there. Not because he wants immortality, but because Raditz's death, Vegeta's failure, and the rumor of a rogue Super Saiyan has him spooked. He doesn't believe in fairy tales, but he does believe in threats. So he leaves scared that he doesn't have enough power yet. As he finally gets closer to the answers, he's scared not for himself, but his son. If the same thing happens to him, he has no answers. How he'll recover from that? The Namekians tell him about the Saiyans, about their fall, about how their power was never the problem. It was how they used it. That grief he carries, it's not a curse. It's proof that he still feels even when everything else tries to numb him. Learning that, he starts to believe in himself after a long time. He's different, and that difference fought against Raditz. The galaxy needs that kind of difference. He starts training with them, and when he feels ready, he sets out on a journey with Gohan to look for Dragon Balls and rise against Frieza. Being a hero isn't about saving the day, but surviving it. Goku's journey in this timeline isn't one of rising power levels, but one of restraint, of learning how to carry something too big for one person alone and still choosing to face the world anyway. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Until next time.